Good morning, and welcome to sunny Winnipeg. Although I noticed on the weather radar, about an hour ago when I checked, I could see rain moving in. It was only about 50 miles away. It would be coming from that house that you see across the street, just over its roof, and at least that's the direction it was coming from. Anyway, it's not here yet, and the sun is still shining. Now, what's with this? Well, I think that what we could possibly do is put a mushroom vent in that hole. What hole? Well, if you watch the rollback, you'll know what hole it is I'm talking about. So, yeah, let's just sort of roll back and see what happened yesterday afternoon and evening. We are as done as we are going to get with rigging the main superstructure. I have probably been here, not steady, but well over 2 hours. And I'm sorry I did not video any of it. Any of the new stuff that I did. And I know you can't see it because it blends right into the background, but we will take a closer look later. Now, about the crane, it's right now, the boom has to be put on. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can video that for at least part of it this evening. And this thing here, if I can pick it up, that plugs in, right here. Well, we'll plug it in later. We'll just stand it there for the time being. That's going to have rigging. It would not have been standing unsupported. And I have seen photographs, or at least one photograph, that showed our Rodney with this thing in the vertical position. Now, if we try to lay it down, it's just not going to lay down the way that the Carlos drawings depict it. Oh, speaking of drawings and stuff, I've come to the conclusion that Trumpeter had the starfish on the stern section. They had it wrong. It should have been turned 180 degrees the other way. If I look at any drawings or photographs, now nobody's going to notice. I don't think anybody commented when I was putting it together to that effect, that hey, you got the starfish backwards. I have a faint recollection of somebody saying something to that effect, but I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. Can't change it now. It's going to look okay once it's in the case against the white background. Now, let's recompose here and try and get the boom attached to the main section here. We'll see what we can do. Okay, there's some very delicate photo etch on this, so I'm going to want to be careful where I squeeze it. Down near the base here, like where I'm touching right now, I can grab hold of it pretty good. And you can see here where the boom is supposed to attach. Something like this. Now, maybe what I should do is put this one in first and then lay it like this, and then see if I can. I don't think I have ever had this together before. I might have had it together before I sprayed it, but I don't remember. Now, I need something to sort of get in there and wedge. This might be too sharp. And this might be too thick. There we go. Yeah, it's on. Okay. Now, I'm thinking that probably the best thing to do will be, we don't want it to be going up and down. There's no need for that. So what I'm thinking is that maybe I should put it on the deck now and see what angle of elevation looks the best, and then we'll just glue it in that position. I think that this crane might have been used for, would it be maybe hoisting the aircraft on top of the, I don't know what it was used for. Okay. Okay, there's two things here now that are going to be disappointingly out of sight. This crane will only be seen if you look at the, at it from the, like this is going to be the far side in the case. This little lifeboat here, we're not going to see it at all, which is too bad. I know the thought has been maybe we could put, have a mirror and is that boat going to be in the way now? I'm trying to fit it in that hole, and it's just, you know what? I have to take this out very carefully. Okay. Now, why won't that go in there? I don't think I've got the hole lined up. That was the problem. There we go. It's in the hole now. Now, I think what we're going to want to have is the uh-oh. I must be getting tired or something here. I wonder if I should leave this for the morning. Okay, it's back in the hole, but it's kind of rubbing against that boat. I'm gonna have to think about this. Okay, here is the latest. Apparently, when the Rodney went in for a refitting, they concluded that they didn't like where the crane was, so they moved it a little bit further ahead. Now, yeah, and so if I was to, let me move this a little bit more, drill another hole, same size as this, a little bit further ahead, the crane would be more visible from the other side, and it wouldn't be banging against this boat, which obviously is wrong. And we're not going to see this hole in the deck. Now, maybe it doesn't have to come that far. Maybe it could just be, maybe just a centimeter. You know what? I'm going to sleep on it. Yeah. We'll see you in the morning. Well, it is morning. And this drill bit might be slightly larger than than this one here. So, but I don't think that's going to matter. And I was thinking about it. I don't think we want to put it away out here. I think we'll just move it just a little bit here, so that the back of the crane here is going to clear the boat, which makes a lot more sense. And it could be that when I mounted the boat on the bracket that I had it too much out instead of in. And this is taking quite a while. Oh, sounds like the neighbor's going to be doing lawn mowing, so yeah, that's I wonder if I got a dull drill bit going on here. Okay, this is the drill bit that we were using here a moment ago. And I was looking at it closely, and it almost looks as though they've ground one of the cutting edges wrong. It's almost like it would work better if I turned it backwards instead of forwards. Aren't drill bits in the UK backwards? Or is it that they just drive on the wrong side of the road? Sorry, Jason, I just had to put a little dig in there. Or maybe they really are backwards. Reverse thread? Okay, enough of that. Stop being so rude, Ron. It's not like you. Actually, it's exactly like me. Okay, I do have another bit exactly the same size as this out of that drill index. And I got these drill bits, must be going on 10 years ago now, from Sears here in North America. And they had them on sale, half-price sale. Whole bunch of drill bits of all sizes. And I have run into a lot of problems. You get what you pay for, right? Okay, let's try the other one that's exactly the same. Well, it's not exactly the same, but it's the same size. Okay, now I'm going to want to be careful that when it plunges, that I don't break anything off that I've just, I've got rigging very, very close to where the, come on. I wonder if that's deep enough. All it has to do is be deep enough for that pin to fit in. Well, maybe a little bit more here. I think that'll be okay. Okay, I later tried the pin in that hole, and it just didn't want to go right. So it was either a case of cut the pin down or drill the hole deeper, and I concluded that it would probably be easier to just drill the hole the rest of the way. And it seems to be fitting okay now. Maybe. If I can get it there. Yeah. Yeah, that fits good. Okay, it had been my thinking that we could use one of these extra mushroom vents to plug up this hole, the first hole. But being as the crane is going to basically cover it, we don't need to worry about that. I was kind of concerned that possibly if I had the crane too far forward, yes, we'd be able to see it better from the other side of the ship. But then on the other hand, I want to try and keep it as realistic as possible here. Now, okay, what elevation will be the best to have this glued at and fastened to? What do we think is going to be the best here? I know that probably when the ship was underway, in all likelihood, the crane was down like this. That's the way it would have been. But I think that maybe if we have it up at about a 45-degree angle, I can see where, okay, now maybe we should be putting the, before I actually glue this down in place here, which way we have it swung this way, we want to see where is the catapult going to come so it looks believable, because it's this turret here is going to have the catapult for the aircraft on it, and we are going to have the catapult swung out so that it would be launching the aircraft. I would think probably that way is the best way. So we want this to not hinder that. Well, I think that the best thing to do would be we can go ahead and glue this in place and put some rigging in from this spool here to this spool back and forth a few times, and maybe a single one from the top of here. I think that a single one would be good. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. I think I'll just glue this connection here with extra thin. Yeah, and we'll probably have to repaint. Don't touch my food! Okay, I have just taken this out of the microwave a few minutes ago. And yeah, it's warm. Not frozen anymore. Okay. Okay, remember these things? Well, yesterday, I was thinking of possibly using something like this as a weight. Do you remember I was putting a little bit of blue tack on the end of the easy line here to add for a weight? And I was thinking about these things, and Andy Whitaker was suggesting that, well, maybe you could have used an alligator clip. And I was, like I mentioned, I was thinking about these, but then I was thinking it might be too heavy. And I don't have any really small alligator clips. And I thought, well, how much does this thing weigh anyway? So just for the fun of it, let's just check it out here. Very gently now. Oh yeah, it weighs almost 2 grams. This is approximately, I'm guessing about 8 times heavier than that little piece of blue tack. So it might have bent that little part that we were, on the other hand it might not have, but yeah. So the idea is good, but when you need something really light, I think a little ball of blue tack is probably better. Okay, I've got a little problem going on here. It's got to be at least an hour ago that I put some CA thin on there, and then probably about 15 minutes later I checked it and I noticed it was still a little bit what you might call soft. So then I put the quick setting on, and we still got the same problem going on. I don't know if this paint has affected it in some way that it's not going to cure. So I can't put the rigging on, because as soon as I string it tight a little bit, it's going to collapse the crane together. So I'm going to have to figure out what happened there. Maybe what I should do is take and put a little bit of CA quick setting on there and just see if that will help. It could be that it's not going to work now that there's a whole bunch of other stuff on there, but I'm going to try it. But I don't have a whole lot more time here to do it this afternoon. It is getting on. And it seems to me that I did mention that we'd take a look and see what the easy line looked like. Yeah, let's take a look and see what we've done as far as the rigging goes over the main superstructure. thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll be seeing you tomorrow.